Okay, Nigeria Express. So for some days now, I don't notice a Verydarkman NGO, the kind of trend, and there are a lot of people who are calling for an audit of the NGO. As a matter of fact, there's this particular man na Instagram na in the more popular. I mean, na DM me I shall know I'm sure. They do something like tech, but I think he's an accountant by training, because now within him he don't talk for one of his previous videos. But he's, as for some time, he has been calling for for a scrutiny of VDM's NGO account. And I think at this point, it is clear that some people don't understand some technical things, especially the Rattles, the VDM supporters. It is clear that they don't really understand technical things. Now, I'm a VDM fan, but I don't like to call myself a Rattle, because I'm not good with gangs and clubs and all that. But I'm a VDM fan, and I'm a VDM fan of him when he's doing what I like him doing, like when he's fighting for people, for the poor, the oppressed, and that kind of thing. But when he starts to attack people, I'm not really a fan at that point. But for this particular thing where they happen now, for this one where this guy they come for VDM NGO, and there's a lot of debate online now. Some people say VDM integrity and all that, but the truth is, this man has a few points for these things where they talk. Now, for the videos where he first make, he said VDM being talk say Ingo they transparent, integrity choke, and we all remember when he started the NGO. We remember what he said. Remember when he did that prank where everybody been they talk say VDM don't compromise, that kind of thing, and then later on it was a prank. Even myself, I be talk say that thing supposed to be prank. The way the thing happened that time. But now VDM came out some days ago, talk say money where the NGO don't drop where, and it was about 7 million naira that was there, from something that was up to about 600 and something million. It was pursuing 700 million, as a matter of fact. And VDM said that 7 million did there. Say now this very Burna Boy project where him they do, say because of the school where him they do for Burna Boy, say him now tell Burna Boy say make Burna Boy never send that money. Say he won't use him own money take run the project. Then when him finish, he go come talk how much intake use, make Burna Boy come refund the NGO back. So he said he was going to use his NGO money to actually fund the project. Say because he don't know how much he want to Burna Boy. Now, that is one of the things that made me realize that some people now you wait till you don't know. You understand? VDM has stated in his previous videos, say he no get house, say he never build house, say he get money from social media, but he no even get land, he no even build house. It's obvious VDM has no idea, about building constructions. He has no idea. I'm very sure he has no idea. Now why I say this is there's a lot of problem with that particular statement. Now, before we even get to the part of the auditing the account, Moku first start with that thing where him being talk first. There's a problem with that statement, and now the problem is when you talk say you want build school, you don't know how much it go cost, and then the statement he made was he sent 40 million here, 40 million here, 20 million here. Now he technically, when you're running an NGO, this is where VDM needs to first of all be careful. When you're running an NGO, there are some rules that guides NGOs. If you can check online, it day online. I'm not going to be posting anything for that one here. Make gonna go check it day online. Gonna do research. There are rules that guides NGOs, because nobody say you go just a freestyle. They collect money from public. They do them anyhow way you like. There are certain rules that guide. Because this kind of things now that when people see NGO, they'll be like, okay, they want to give to this cause so that they can help charity and all that. And imagine say you can't give now, and this person this guy saying an NGO, but they really help do anything, just they chop money. So that's why there are rules, is to put checks in place to make sure that these things, people don't use this thing to scam people. So if you are going to run an NGO, you will need to follow the rules. And this is one of the things that VDM has been accusing people of doing in the past. You remember when he first started, what made him popular was him coming for vendors saying they no get what did they call them, NAFDAC number. We all remember how VDM started. Now the old vendor thing, when they come for vendors, people where they sell a skincare product and all that, say them no get NAFDAC number. That was how he came. So if he could hold those people accountable, say maybe they run their businesses properly, the same thing will apply for him. He should run his NGO, because at this point now it is a public something. He should run it properly. You understand? So it's not about hating on VDM. I know say that guy maybe he carry bad intent, or like I said, I'm a fan of VDM, but there are certain things that if you have to do, you have to do properly. You understand? Because if they say they won't go by the books now, they might say a lot of things to falter VDM. It's not to bash VDM. It's a learning experience, like make it in use and learn. So now, when you want to build, you understand? For people who don't build, when you want to build, normally you have quantities of layers, you have architects, you have building planners, you have people that can give you a rough estimate of what it's going to take. These are people that will plan that, okay, if you want to do a so story high building, you want to do a so capacity building, you will need so amount of blocks, you will need so amount of rod, you understand that there are people who are going to list out things that you would need in order to complete this building. So they will give you a rough estimate of what it's going to cost. So you can't tell me this is 2026. People wait there with VDM suppose don't talk, say, bros, if you want to do this kind of thing, nobody say we're going to take money for you, small. You're supposed to tell Burna Boy, say, this is the amount you're going to. You should have a rough idea of how much it will cost. It might be more or less give and take. You understand? And Burna Boy is ready to do it. So I really don't see, look, I understand VDM knows how he runs his thing, but I personally, I don't see it like it was a good decision to say, okay, let me run it with the NGO. Okay, now the NGO is at 7 million. I don't know if we don't even know if the building is completed yet. So now where is he going to get the remaining part of the money to complete that structure? Now, is he now going to now tell Burna Boy to start sending the money, or is he going to borrow money from another source? So we see how problematic this thing is when he say, okay, make I first use NGO money, do am. Later you go come refund me. Now, I don't think the school is done yet, because we've not seen anything of such to show that the school is done yet. So if the school is not done yet, and you never, money don't finish for your NGO account. So now what is going to happen? Are we going to start using our personal pockets to build this? I'm talking about Verydarkman. Is Verydarkman going to start using his own personal pocket now to start funding this project? Like, at what point? Like, I don't know if now they understand. If this building is going to cost him 800 million, except maybe he has up to that amount in his own personal accounts to now say he's going to use to subsidize. But this is why it is a faulty start in the first place. You're not supposed to say, okay, let me use my own the NGO's money first, then you will now reimburse it back. So that starting was a faulty start in the first place. It shouldn't have done it that way. Should have said, okay, you want to build a school, this is the architect, this is the quantities of where, this is what they have projected to use. At the end of the day, maybe give and take. If he can't pass more, Burna Boy, if he can't say, okay, he go add small on top. You understand? Or let us say, okay, at the end of the day, if change can't day. Let's say change can't day at the end of the day. Then you go tell Burna Boy, okay, so this is the account. This is when you are transparent. You will not tell him that, okay, so this is the account, this is how much you have spent, this is how much is left. Should we understand? You can now say, okay, this is because normally if people they won't give you estimates, they give you estimate as usually they give you higher estimate. And as a matter of fact, if I was to be a contractor for this kind of thing, I would tell the person, say, I go add something on top for modalities just in case so that I don't have to start coming back to you. Then if I want to be transparent, when the thing don't stop, we don't build the thing finish, I could come tell you, say, see how much will remain. If you want tell me take them, I take them. If you want to take it back, take it back. If I'm not charging you for my own services. Should we understand? So at the end of the day, this thing, it is not really the smartest of decision to have made. You should have found an architect, you are building something. This is a project. There should be plan for it. If there's a plan, there's an estimate. So there should be an estimate that we should have given to Burna Boy and said, okay, this is what they are estimating to use for this project. The Burna Boy can now send the amount. Or you can now say, Burna Boy, okay, if you can even with the architect, they can tell you, okay, send the amount, add some things on top. So that at the end of the day, if it's not enough, you know that if what they estimated is not enough, you know that you already have more. Or even at that point, you can ask, okay, let me submit you and tell Burna Boy that, hey, I use so amount to complete this thing for this project. So starting saying you won't start and first with the NGO money, now 600 million is almost gone. And I don't think the school is finished yet. Or somebody should update me if the school is finished. But I don't think the school is finished yet. So what's going to happen to the remaining part of the money now? Is he going to start using from his own pocket to now finish it up? You know, so this is where it is problematic. Like I said, everybody, they learn. You know, we're all learning. There's certain things that I don't know. There's certain things that VDM also does not know. And his life is a learning process. As long as you're alive, you keep learning. I don't bash VDM to say maybe no get sense or this and no, it's not about that. It's like there are certain things that, hey, you could have done it differently. You understand? You could have approached this matter differently. It doesn't look well when you come out and you say 40 million here, 40 million here, 20 million. I don't even know how much I don't spend. And you started out saying you are going to be accountable, you were not going to be like other organizations. This is part of the things that we're talking about. You know, if now another person do this kind of thing now, we just say VDM for don't do video for this person. So you understand? So it's not about hate, it's all about mama, let us learn. Now, for the second aspect now, that guy calling for the auditing of the NGO's account, and Rattles are saying they don't go collect bank statements. They really don't understand what an audit is. I think a handful of the Rattles that are saying this should be the statement, you don't go collect the statement. I think they don't understand the auditing thing. Now, it is one thing to say see this bank statement of how the 600 million waka. But it's another thing to now know what exactly each of the transactions you sent was for. Sure, you understand? We everybody remember when Kikbichi said she be do one thing for school and she can't bring out the what is it they call this thing? She bring out the list of things where she been do, you know. And we saw that hotel was how much, and people were complaining. So you use how much for hotel? This is exactly what auditing is. Somebody go talk, say, okay, you sent so amount to this person for so reason. It's not just because on bank statement you will just see transfer of this into somebody, transfer this into this person, transfer this into this person. Nobody knows what that transfer is for. But an audit will now tell you that, okay, this 10 million that was sent was for cement. This 20 million that was sent to this man. This man is the person that was supposed to go and bring the cement. You know, this 10 million. I don't know if you understand accountability, and it's very necessary. If you are running an organization, because right now the NGO is an organization, you cannot be running an NGO like I sent 40 million here and 20 million here, bro. You should know how much you are spending so that you can be properly accountable. You know, there are a lot of people that would you know be like, which kind of thing be this? You understand? So it's not about hate. It's not hating on VDM. It's like accountability. You know, it kind of matters. Like I said, I'm a VDM fan, so I believe that it is all like a learning curve. You know, so when people are calling for an audit, it's not just ordinary statement. Like if you carry my phone, you see bank transaction, you don't know who I sent money for what. It is when we now do an audit, we now sit down and say, okay, this amount you sent to this person, who is this person? They will say, okay, this person is the person that is in charge of makeup, this person is the person that is in charge of this. So that's when you will know that, okay, this is the real report for this particular project. And every project should have like a file, should have a project manager, that you know, okay, now the organization is paying people, you know, the NGO is paying people. There's an office, that there are staff. He said he removed certain amount that it was in a trust fund or something like that Ingo they generate money. Say that from there Ingo they pay the staff of the NGO, which is a brilliant move. It was a brilliant move. I know I don't have any issue with it. I know some people go see talk, but yeah, blah, 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 but it's a brilliant move. It's a very, very brilliant move. Where when I want me to see money pay people before, I want to pay him from his own pocket. How long do you think he can keep it up for paying people for something you're not getting paid for? So you understand? But the NGO, there's a lot of money there. If he put fixed amount for social place, they're going to be paying him social amount for every maybe quarterly or thereabout. Then he can now say, okay, from this amount that this interest I'm getting, I cannot be paying my staff. I cannot be taking care of certain things. Don't forget, office. I don't know if I don't think he bought that space, so he's going to be paying rent. He's going to be paying for rent for that space. He's going to be paying for bills. He's going to be paying for lights. He's going to be paying for trash. He's going to be paying for a lot of things. Security. Everything is going to be paying for a lot of things there. So it's not something he can do on his own if he's not making any profits from it. Even if him decide to pay himself, he supposed pay himself for that NGO, because now working they do. She understand. So if he puts himself in the payroll of the NGO, yes, it's a very, very good one. It's a 100% approved by me. I said important, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, I approve that, because yes, of course, you should be making money somehow. You know, you can't just be spending money without making money, and you can't hope and say, okay, me Nigerians, they donate for NGO every time. You know, they'll get tired. People will get tired of people of putting in money. Yeah, if it's for a particular cause now, it's okay, everybody gotta contribute for this one. Then when it's done, we'll know what we'll do next. You understand? So when people are calling for auditing of the account, but personally, I don't think VDM is doing anything shady with the NGO account. Personally, that's what I think. You know, because studying VDM for some time now, he has money. For the people who don't even understand, his YouTube alone, that guy will be making a lot of money from his YouTube videos. You know how much YouTube pays? So if it's monetized, do you know? Even him myself talk and say the last time we FCC hold him, he said 40 million naira he make from in Facebook. He said he made 40 million naira from his Facebook, and that Facebook is still active till now. Talk less of TikTok, where people go to gift them. If he's running a foreign TikTok, he's going to be getting paid for it. Talk less of YouTube now. We say his YouTube is one of the biggest in Nigeria right now. Forget that one, because every video where they drop, they nearly reach or pass 100k views, and it drops a lot of videos. He drops videos out at least every day. 100k views. You know how many millions of views you go don't be in a month for per video, and in a day itself, they drop like 2-3 videos some days itself. You know, so he's making money from his social media. So I don't think he has any reason to be stealing money from the NGO. So that's not the point of the whole of this. People. I know say some people they will just hate VDM. I'm not one of those people. Some people just hate them. We know those regular people, and I've criticized a lot of them in my video, because sometimes when you just hate people too much, you just want to criticize, you start to just go off points. Like, I don't want to call names, but they know themselves. You know, they just want to just hate VDM. They just want to hate VDM. But I'm saying there should be a kind of line, you know, the rat tails, even as much as make it should be a learning curve. Make go enter inside trouble. Because at the end of the day, if he's running this organization the wrong way, the EFCC, if he sees something with a fit hold. I don't know if I understand. You know, if not EFCC, any other body can look for what to hold him with. You know. Let's not forget when this girl name where she be say she get cancer, person CEO, when she been come out to do her own, VDM sent money to the account, even though now how much we him send, and he said he wants to see the medical report. Let him know if this lady is actually sick. So of course there should be accountability for everybody, you know. Because we are VDM fans does not mean that we should say, okay, he should just be doing anyhow he likes, no checks, no balances. It's kind of, it sends the wrong message out there, you know. So these people calling for auditing of the account, it doesn't take him anything to actually do that, you know. If I be VDM himself, I will even take from the NGO. If I want to say, when I want auditor, I go take from the NGO money, pay auditor to audit the account. You understand? Because of course auditors are not free. Auditors are not free. You know, this is a work of like an accountant and high auditors. So it's something that's still going to cost him money. So if I be VDM, I go take from the NGO money, say, Shebo, I want auditing, audit the account. But like I said, I don't feel like there's anything shady going on with that account or with the NGO. I believe he's really doing these things that he says he does. And don't forget, he does some giveaways from his own personal money before this whole thing. So I think what I think is going on is he's not handling the issue properly. I think first of all, the start of saying make him they do the thing, they send our money, it just shows that he doesn't really know how to handle projects like this. I am assuming, because this is not the best approach. The best approach would have been like somebody said, okay, what if you and Burna Boy can't quarrel? Burna Boy saying no go send you that money after you have used money from your NGO, because you can't force Burna Boy to pay you money. There's no agreement like that. After you have used money from your NGO to go and build this school, what if Burna Boy tomorrow say go pay you the balance? Go pay you the money, no be even balance. If you go pay you the money for that thing, what will happen at that point? So there are certain things you don't just do on business. I'm going to VDM tomorrow. If they say Burna Boy do one thing, you call him out now, and maybe you don't go call him out because of that. But if Burna Boy do something, and VDM call him out, and Burna Boy is okay, you know what it happen. I don't invest. I don't bring the money for the school again. Make NGO do it. So these are things that I believe that people who are close to VDM, even the raters, sometimes they talk these things, because for some time now it just be like say VDM. there are certain things that he's starting to do. Let's not forget he's a human being. So there are certain things that he will do that will kind of look like, okay, he shouldn't have done it like this, shouldn't have done it like this. Like, we all remember the case of that lady where tell army person make you go beat up one delivery person like that or so. Personally, I didn't like the way the whole case went. It just looked like he just switched, like the police people to begin to attack the people because him know those people. Personally, I don't like that. But like I said, VDM is human. It's normal for him to make mistakes at certain times. So we're not going to kill him because of the small mistake where him they make. But we should all be open to corrections. We should all be open to learning. Like I said, every day now we learn. So every day we're supposed to know, so okay, this thing will happen. I no try like this. Maybe I will do it better next time. And I believe like this whole thing now, for what people go they talk, because it really doesn't make any sense for you to say 40 million here, 40 million here, 20 million here. If you're dealing with public funds, you should be able to tell them, this is what we spent 40 million for this thing in particular. We spent 20 million for roofing sheet. We spent 30 million for boreholes. There are things you should be giving proper account, not just 30 million a year, 20 million a year. That kind of thing. But anyways, like I said, I don't think anything fishy is going on. If anything they go on now, we say we can't notice something they happen, I will be surprised. You understand? Because I'm not expecting VDM to do that. The guy, they get money from online media. More when I leave all those things when they talk, but accountability should be all round. You understand? I believe everybody should be held accountable. You will say you they hold people accountable. You suppose they're accountable. So for a situation where they make mistake, where you know say maybe you know say okay, like this is supposed to happen, make people fit tell them. Even the raters are supposed to fit tell them. So okay, VDM, maybe this is how it's supposed to be. Next how it's supposed to be. You can't be building a project and be saying you want to build it with your money, and later on the person will be. It's not the right thing to do. Let's call a spade a spade. It's not the right thing to do. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. This is Ninja Express. Peace out.